This is a special edition of Lincoln Live.
Good morning, Lincoln. I'm Katie Bailey.
And I'm Maddie White.
Wait a second, it's Wednesday. I thought we couldn't do shows on Wednesdays.
Well, we're making an exception to help out the teachers.
That's right. Maddie and I will both be back at Lincoln next year along with 3/4 of you.
And it's time for you all to start thinking about scheduling.
The course selection guide is full of interesting classes for you all to consider.
But it sometimes can be a bit overwhelming and difficult to fully understand what a particular class is.
So Lincoln Live gave the teachers an opportunity to pitch their classes to you.
Today, we start with our science department.
From traditional science classes to robotics and space technology, our science department offers it all.
Here are some science teachers.
Hi students, I'm Mr. Record, the department chair here for science at Gahanna Lincoln High School. And as you probably are aware, you have to have 3 science credits to graduate, 1 life science credit, 1 physical science credit, and 1 advanced science credit. So I hope the clips that follow from some of our science teachers will be helpful to you as you make your scheduling choices for the coming years.
The 2 classes I teach are Intro to Robotics and Advanced Robotics Science. Intro to Robotics is an introductory course that will introduce you to programming, introduce you to basic electronics, and introduce you to simple engineering skills so that you can start to learn how to build and construct and measure how vehicles move, how fast they move, and calculate things like kinetic energy, force, mass, and things like that. We will also learn about electricity, magnetism, some basic motion obviously, and we will talk about energy and energy resources in Intro to Robotics. It is a physical science course. It is a STEM course. It is not an advanced course. However, it will lead you to advanced robotic science, which is an advanced science, which is also a physical science, which is also a STEM course. In advanced robotics, you will work with not 1 but 2 different robots. One of the robots is called an activity bot. You will learn how to use it to do such things as run a relay race with it. You can use different sensors to tell how far away objects are, to actually interact with different lights, different motion sensors. And then the second robot will be a sumo bot. And of course, with a sumo bot, you will be fighting for your midterm and fighting for your grade, shall we say. And students in that class will actually participate in 2 major projects. One is called the Robo Olympics. That's our end of the year project. The other one is the sumo bot fighting, which is your midterm. Both classes are great for students who like hands-on, project-oriented, more individual-focused classes, and they are great for students who do not traditionally do well on tests but still want to learn about science. They are also great for students who are going to go into engineering, STEM fields, computer programming, and any sort of technology as their career after college. Once again, my name is Mr. Lewis. I teach Intro to Robotics and Advanced Robotics. I'd enjoy to see you in class and hope you have fun working with robots and learning how to program.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Baker and I'm here to talk to you about underwater robotics. Underwater robotics is a perfect science class for students that prefer more hands-on learning, or maybe you're interested in engineering or robotics, or maybe you're interested in a future in the trades and maybe not more college-bound pathway. This is less traditional. There are no tests that we take. Everything that you do is project-oriented. So we start by learning 3D modeling, waterproofing techniques, wiring, and that leads us to building a mini ROV in the first semester. So it's a small-sized robot that works underwater. In the second semester, we get a little more advanced, learn how to program a claw, use Arduino to do multiple different tasks in running our motors, and that leads to our big final robot that can achieve whatever task we set out. Last year, students built a robot to help remove invasive plants in Gahanna's ponds. Previously, we've done mock space missions to underwater moons. All of those things, up to you what we do towards the end. So big thing with this is no experience is expected. So if you've not programmed before, you've never touched a robot, you don't know how to do it, you're just kind of interested in learning, this is a great class. If you come in with a lot of experience, this is also a great class because the projects allow you to test yourself and try new things.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Lucasco, and I teach physics and AP physics. Physics is a college prep class. It is hands-on and lab-based, and you're going to learn about how the physical world works. If you've ever wondered more about motion, or electricity and magnetism, or sound and light, or waves and energy, physics is a class for you. It's really great for students who want to major in science, any science-based career like medicine, physical therapy, or nursing, or just really anyone who wants to learn more about science. Physics is the class for you to just learn more about how that physical world works. AP Physics is very similar to physics, but it goes in a lot more depth. And it goes at a faster pace. Students who would be going into science-based careers such as engineering, medicine, physical therapy, computer science, veterinary science, or nursing would be great people to take this class. For the medical component, what some students don't know is there is a physics piece to the MCAT, which is the college entrance exam to medical schools. So if you want to be a doctor, physics is a piece of that test. So even those medical students, you're going to want to think about taking physics. It's also great for any college-bound student who loves science but is also planning on majoring in other non-science disciplines, like business. What we're going to do is work real hard all year to prepare you for that AP test in the spring so that you can earn college credit. This is an algebra-based physics course, and it's what you would learn in your first semester in college. You don't have to take physics to take AP Physics, but it is recommended that you are in pre-calculus or higher in your math, and that you've learned a B or higher in your previous science courses. Okay? So I hope this has helped you understand a little bit more about the classes Physics and AP Physics, and I'll see you next year.
Hi, I'm Miss Knight, and I'm here to tell you a little bit about anatomy and physiology. It's a course that offers a 1 credit. It's a full year course. It's a 1 credit course, and it's a life science. So if you're trying to get your life science credit or your advanced science credit, it would fulfill both of those requirements. It is a challenging course. It is considered an advanced science. However, it's a very rewarding course because you get to learn about your body and how it works, and you get to see you get to learn more about the medical vocabulary, the more about medical terminology. So everything that you will be tested on, you know in advance what you're going to be tested on. There's no surprises on the test. It is a dissection course. We dissect hearts and brains and eyeballs and fetal pigs. And if you are thinking about entering the medical field, or again, just want to know more about your own body, this would be a great course to take just as kind of a basic course to kind of springboard off of.
Hi everybody, my name is Mrs. Palmer and I teach environmental science along with biology, but I'm here to talk to you about environmental science and what that's like. Environmental science serves as an advanced science class, so you would get a 3rd science credit for that, and I wanted to tell you what it is like. So what we're learning for environmental science is the social expectations and the changes to move forward in our thinking to support the planet Earth and the environment in which we live. And you really must be self-driven and motivated to take this class. We do a lot of reading, we do a lot of writing, we do a lot of speaking and presentations in front of the class. So it is highly recommended that you have your speech requirement out of the way before you take environmental science, and that you are enrolled in English 11 or higher. And biology is a prerequisite for this class. So you must take biology as a freshman or a sophomore, or even a junior, in order to take environmental science. So that's what we recommend, is speech, be enrolled in English 11 or higher, and definitely you must take biology. So what we do in this class is we go outside, and we walk to area creeks and local gardens and things like that. It is highly expected for you to participate in field trips. So we do walk, and we get a little bit dirty. We might get a little bit wet since we're outside in the creek, but you do need to participate in those field trips when we go. We focus on data analysis too, so we're pretty heavy on data analysis, and we will teach you how to do that so that you can make informed decisions as a young adult when you are out and about in the world and trying to make a good decision for your family or for yourself as far as the environment is concerned. So if you have any questions, I'm in room H295. I'd be happy to talk to you about the class, or you can send me an email.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Baker, and I'm here to talk to you about space technology. So this is great for any student that likes hands-on learning, maybe you're interested in learning about space, or if you're possibly entering a future field of engineering. So we start the year focused a lot on astronomy. We build and launch our own rockets. We study the solar system, the moon, planets, and we talk about satellites and the probes that study all of these things and how we communicate with that on the technological side. In the second half of the year, we start learning a little bit about robotics using Lego. So you learn some basic programming, and then that builds into our final project, which is Project Vesta, which is an amazing opportunity. It's a simulated space mission in which you're building a landing device as well as a rover to do a mission on an asteroid surface. So it's kind of like a mock NASA experience. You spend the day collecting rock samples, identifying if there's life on the asteroid, and completing multiple different tasks. So if you're interested in space, prefer a more hands-on, less traditional way of learning, or maybe you want to do some engineering and programming, Space Tech is a great pick for you.
Thanks. Let's move on from science to English. Well, there's actually a class that combines both science and English. Yes, it's true. There's a class where you can earn both science and English credits. Here are Mrs. Morrison and Mrs. Baker to tell us about their class, and Ms. Sweet to discuss AP Language and Composition.
So we have a cool opportunity, a very unique opportunity here at the high school to talk to you about today, and it is a class that we co-teach. So through taking this class, you actually get science and English credits.
Yes, so you get 2 science credits and 1 English credit. They all get bundled together into 2 periods with both of us there every day with you. So we start the year with your first science class of special aspects, and special aspects means you get to pick whatever science topic you want and do your own independent project on it. We've seen anything from building electric bikes to growing plants in different ways, doing bacteria cultures, whatever you're interested in, you can do. So you learn processes like scientific research skills, how to analyze data, really college level science.
And along with this, you are also learning some scientific research-based writing. So those of you that are planning on going into STEM in the future, this is a huge opportunity to learn how to do more of that technical type of writing that will come into play in your careers later.
So special aspects ends at the first semester, and going into the next semester, you get to take your project and compete in different competitions and potentially win scholarship money, so that's pretty cool. When we start the second semester, the science class switches to honors bionics. And in bionics, we're studying how engineering and anatomy, like the human body or even animals, interact with each other. So we talk about robotic arms and how that relates to the human anatomy. We'll talk about what makes something human, what a cyborg is, do projects related to that, and we'll end the year with a Robo Olympics competition.
And the English piece, the scientific lit and comp piece that goes along with second semester, we focus more on literature, and we also study the theme of ethics and science. So we're talking about some of these ethical issues. We're reading sci-fi books, both classic and some more contemporary sci-fi, some short stories, and we're pairing what we're reading with the things that you're doing in bionics so that you've got that more science-based literature.
So this course bundle is really great for students that are interested in pursuing STEM outside of high school. It gives you a lot of really good skills from the writing aspect to the research aspect to even just dabbling in some of the technology side of things when we get to bionics. So it prepares you well for that.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Sweet, and I teach AP Language and Composition. In our class, you will learn to read and write at the college level. That will be transferable to any class you take, regardless of your major. Most of what we read and write are nonfiction pieces, short and long. If you read Columbine in the past, it would be something similar to that. We also have great class discussions. We often talk about various cultural issues and social justice issues. They end up being not debates so much, but just great class discussions. So if you're interested in what's happening in the world today, if you're interested in talking about what's happening in the world today, this is a class for you. You can contact me. You can send me an email if you're interested. That's sweetm@gjps.org, or you can come and find me in Clark Hall.
Thanks. Our school takes pride in its diversity, and if you want a group of diverse personalities that teach a diverse list of courses, look no further than the Social Studies Department. Here's a look at some courses they have to offer.
Hi, I'm Mr. Marshall, and I teach social studies. But the course I want to talk to you about is the African American History course, which is a year-long course. And in that year-long course, we look at the African American experience from the past to the present. So if you're interested in learning about African American history, and not only history here in America, but also starting the history on the continent of Africa, please join me for that course, which is a project-based course, and we'll enjoy having you.
I teach psychology and sociology here at GLHS. This course is offered to both juniors and seniors. It's a year-long course and we'll give you a social studies credit. In this course, we talk about things like the brain and why we think and why we act the way we do. So if you love Criminal Minds and you love psychological thrillers, this is the class for you. So we'll study your personality. We will study what motivates you. We'll study how sleep affects you and how much you need of that. We'll study your brain development. We'll talk about clinical psychology and different mental illness that is out there in our culture. That we do that for the first semester, and then the second semester we talk about sociology, and sociology is how society and groups work together. So we talk about the different groups that you have in high school, the groups that are part of our culture. We will also talk about crime and serial killers, and we talk about deviance, and we talk about social inequality. So we have lots of fun together. It's a great class, lots of life applicable things, and I would love to have you be a part of our class. Thanks so much.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another fantastic day in AP Economics. Happy to have you all here. As always, if you want to learn why our economy functions the way that it does, if you want to understand why businesses charge the prices they do, if you want to understand why the government makes the decisions that it does regarding your money, then AP Economics is the class for you. 2 courses worth of credit, both micro and macro, and it's not only going to help you on your way to college or whatever you choose to do after high school, but it's going to help you in your future with your checkbook. So we'd love to have you in AP Economics. Hope to see you there.
I'm the AP Government teacher here at Gahanna-Lincoln High School. The first semester of AP Government is United States Government and Politics. The second semester of AP Government is Comparative Politics and Government. And in comparative, we take a look at 6 nations around the world and look at their political institutions, their cultures, and a brief history. Those countries are England, Mexico, Nigeria, Iran, Russia, and China. So we'll get to take a look at different systems after we understand how the United States does all of these political institutions and our constitutional principles. We'll to be taking a look at how other countries do it too. So it's a complete government program studying a total of 7 countries throughout the year. Thank you.
Hi, Ms. Davis here. I teach world cultures, and if fun to you is discussing, dancing, eating, going on field trips, then world cultures is the class that you want to join. This class is all about you. It's all about your choice, what you want to learn, and learning about people and cultures around the world. Sign up for world cultures. It's going to be a great time.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Captain Candor reporting for duty. If you didn't notice, I am the World War II teacher. Who would have figured with this outfit? If you are interested in the least bit of World War II, please consider taking my elective World War II class. I would love to have you. But here's even another little teaser. To you, this looks like an ordinary paperclip. My friend, it means much more than that. Take my class, find out how you can be the change this world needs.
Hello and welcome to another fantastic day in AP US History. If you love history, if you want to get college credit, if you want a challenge, if you want to be better prepared for future challenging courses, then AP US History is the course for you. We'd love to have you. We have debates. We learn how to write papers. We have simulations. You're going to make deep and meaningful connections across time that connect to your world today. And I want to help you through that challenge.
Thanks. Now we head to the math department, where there's definitely some challenging options for you higher level thinkers out there. Here are a few options for you to consider.
Introduction to Data Science is a project-based math class that covers probability and statistics standards. It's unlike the traditional math class. Instead of the formula-based approach in a traditional statistics curriculum, students in this class leverage the power of computers and actually learn how to code. This class is designed to introduce students to exciting opportunities available at the intersection of data analysis, computing, and mathematics through fun and hands-on activities. It focuses on practical applications of data analysis, so if you take this class, you will walk away with concrete and applicable skills. You will learn to find and communicate meaning in data and to think critically about arguments based on data. This course is considered an Algebra 2 equivalent, so as long as you've completed Algebra 1 and Geometry, you are eligible to sign up. There are lots of reasons a student might want to take this class. One, maybe you're interested in computers or you want to learn how to code. Maybe you're interested in how technology can make math more efficient and meaningful. Or maybe you're curious about how data is collected, what it's used for, or how we make meaning out of it. In general, maybe you prefer projects over tests as a way to show your learning, or maybe you enjoy learning through hands-on activities and classroom discussions. Maybe you're just interested in learning real-world skills that apply to many careers and college majors. If any of these statements describe you, this class might be for you. Data science careers provide high salaries and competitive job opportunities in a variety of industries. It is a fast-growing industry too. So this course is definitely an incredible opportunity to not only learn new skills, but to also learn how to see the world and how it operates through a unique lens.
Advanced Quantitative Reasoning is an Algebra 2 equivalent math class that satisfies the state requirement that you take a class of Algebra 2 or higher. It is a class that takes your skills and knowledge that you learn in Algebra 1 and Geometry and applies them in a problem-based setting where you're doing group work and working on real-life applications. Some of the things that we do is teach you how to use Excel spreadsheets or Google Sheets to do calculations for you. We work a lot on modeling. And this is the class that answers the question, when am I going to use this in real life? If you have questions about it, feel free to ask your math teacher. They can refer you to either me or to Mrs. King. Thanks. Have a great day.
Hey guys, I'm Ms. Borger. I am one of the teachers here for probability and statistics. Prob and Stats is a great upper level course that is equivalent to an Algebra 2 class. So it's an alternative to taking Algebra 2. So in Prob and Stats, a lot of what we focus on is looking at data. So that includes how to collect data samples, how to interpret data, so that would be looking at different things like numerical summaries, charts, and graphs, and then making sense of what that data means. So drawing conclusions from it, seeing what it means for us, how it's important to us, and all of those kinds of things. And then another part of second semester is also getting into probability. So doing calculations with probability and things like that. So this is a great course. It's applicable in a lot of different ways. So whether you plan to go to college, this is a great intro to statistics. For a lot of majors, a stats class will be required. So this is a great intro to something you might see in college. Or on the other side of that, a lot of jobs also require like a basic understanding of statistics concepts. So sort of no matter what your plan is after high school, Prob and Stats is a super applicable course, and even just understanding information in the world, reading articles, looking at data, it'll just start to make a lot more sense, the things like the information you're being presented with. So I hope you sign up for Probability and Stats next year.
Thanks everybody. From Math to Business, and our Business Technology Academy offers 13 different courses from personal finance and sports marketing to computer sciences. Here's Miss Alo and Mr. Jackson.
Hi, my name is Mrs. Alo. I am the Business Department Chair and part of the GLHS Business and Technology Academy. We have a whole bunch of great options if you're thinking about anything in business or computer science. Under business, we have a flowchart that we use, but you don't have to take these courses in any particular order. It's just kind of a suggestion. Our first course that we suggest you start with is Career Connections. Then we have Business Foundations, which is a great overview course to all areas of business. We offer Financial Accounting, which is highly recommended to any student planning any type of business major. Sports and Entertainment Marketing, Entrepreneurship, which is owning or running your own business, and then Personal Finance, which will cover your financial literacy requirement for graduation. We also offer some additional options, which are our Business and Technology Capstone for students that would like to pursue something that's of more personal interest. We have the Career Launchpad program, which is an ability to mentor or intern with a company. And then the Marketing and DECA program for our seniors, and they run our school store and compete in the DECA program. Under computer science, our flow chart is in order, and these courses do need to be taken in a specific order. CS Level 1 Discoveries is the first level overview computer science class. Then there's CS Level 2, which is programming, and you learn the Java programming language in that course. After you have programming completed, you have two choices. You can take CS Advanced Studies, Computer and Mobile Applications, which is app development. You learn the React framework for that. And the other option is game design, and in game design you learn the Unity interface. Those are our basic options in business and computer science. If you have questions, I'm in room H111 right next to the annex. I'm happy to speak to anyone more specifically about your scheduling and any of our course options. Thank you.
Hey, it's Coach Jack. So in addition to coaching football, I also teach business. If anyone's actually interested in the stock market or investing, we have a pretty impressive stock portfolio here. The investment club will be starting soon. I also teach entrepreneurship. If anyone is actually interested in starting their own business, students actually present their business plan to the Gahanna Chamber of Commerce, kind of like Shark Tank. And lastly, I teach sports and entertainment marketing. Sports and entertainment marketing, what we do is you'll pick your sport that you actually want to promote. You'll do some market research. You'll create a promotional plan. And lastly, you'll sell business sponsorship to a local business. The goal of sports and entertainment marketing is to increase revenue and attendance for your chosen sport. So if any of those things interest you, I definitely look forward to working with you soon.
Thanks. It's important to make sure you're checking off classes that are required for graduation when you fill out your schedule. Two of those classes you must take are health and phys ed. Here are some teachers to explain.
Hi, we're the Health and Phys Ed department, and when it comes to health is a required class you have to take for graduation. Recommend you take it in person in class. It's a fun, interactive class. Learn about all kinds of interesting things like drugs and alcohol, healthy relationships, human sexuality, and you will learn all kinds of great life skills that you can use throughout your whole life.
And talking about phys ed, we want you guys really to end up taking phys ed in our class, not something online or during summer school. We also take field trips. We go to the bowling alley. We have 3 different classes that you can take. It is a graduation requirement that you guys got to have. You got to have 2 semesters of it. We have lifetime sports, we have lifetime fitness, and we have competitive sports. Also, being competitive, right here we do some table tennis. I also have a standing offer. If you're able to beat me in class in a game of table tennis, I will buy you a pizza. Also, if you need to get some stress off your mind, what you can do when you come in class, we can actually start to play some dodgeball, pelt people with it.
Our school has a great partnership with Eastland Fairfield Career Center, and a few of those programs are offered right across the street at Clark Hall. One of them is teaching professions. Here is Mrs. Hildebrand to tell you all about it.
The Eastland Fairfield Career and Technical Schools Teaching Professions Program is a 2-year program located across the street at Clark Hall. Students in the program have an opportunity to learn about the field of education through classwork and also through in-classroom observations that they do in area schools throughout the Gahanna Jefferson School District. Our program is designed for kids interested in the field of education in any grade level, elementary, middle, high school, special education, any field like music and arts, or phys ed or foreign language, any of those subject areas. It's also designed for students that might not want to do a traditional teaching career. Maybe they're interested in being a school psychologist, a guidance counselor, child psychologist, administrator, any of those career fields. This is a great program for you to check out and be a part of. Again, it's a 2-year program, so it is open for juniors and seniors, and there are applications that are required through the Eastland Fairfield website, and you can go online to eastlandfairfield.com to apply today because applications are open. I look forward to maybe meeting many of you and hopefully one day having you as a colleague.
Elective courses allow you to explore any interests you may have, and our course selection guide is filled with interesting electives. There are some courses that are required for graduation and others that are electives.
你好 Bonjour Guten Tag Hola We're the World Language Department here to talk to you about some of our offerings and why you should take a world language next year.
Learning a world language has a positive impact on your brain. It improves your memory, it enhances your ability to multitask, and it improves your performance in other academic areas.
Then we'll talk about money. It gives you a competitive edge in employment.
Studies show a bilingual person often makes 5 to 20% more money on the job.
Learning another language improves your cultural competency. You get to learn about other cultures and appreciate them. Plus, it makes life more interesting.
So as you start to schedule your classes, we want you to know that GLHS offers 5 world languages. You can even take 2 at the same time. We offer Chinese,
中文
French,
Français
German,
Deutsch,
American Sign Language, and Spanish.
Espanol! And don't forget, if you take an AP course, you can earn college credit and you can also earn the seal of biliteracy.
We hope to see you soon. Thank you.
Adios.
Hey, Gahanna Lincoln. It's Mrs. Maciosi with All Things Theater. Wanted to let you know that if you haven't thought about putting a theater class in your schedule, think about it. It is one of the most fun and creative classes here in the school. It's a lot of hands-on learning. We do scenes, we develop scripts, so it's a little bit of everything. And if you want to take a look at the levels of theater classes, you can find those in the program of studies or find me in H187. You will learn things like how to write a script, how to put together a scene, why characters do the things they do. It's a lot of inner exploration, but also it's just fun to be able to do this with the people who are in your classes. So, what if you want to find a family, if you want to get creative, and if you want to develop skills that will transfer later on in life? #ThinkTheater.
Hello, we are the Visual Art Department here at GLHS. We offer 19 classes at the high school for 9 through 12. Come and explore your creative side with any one of us, whether that's 2-dimensional pieces of artwork or 3-dimensional. You can find all these classes on your grade level Google Classroom. We look forward to having you in our classes.
Thanks, everybody. Well, Lincoln, that's a look at some of your class options for next school year.
This show is available on Lincoln Live TV YouTube page for your parents or if you'd like to hear something again.
Be sure to check your class Google Classroom for all the scheduling information.
Thanks for watching.